Hello everyone, my name is Magic Mike, and today I'm back with another new illusion. Today I'm actually going to be doing my third tutorial, if you were to count the most recent videos. So, in the last two videos, I did a longer video about my life and how I got into Magic, and that's two videos back, and in there I also did a tutorial at the end. If you skip about 20 minutes in the thing, it's like a tutorial at the end. And then the last video I did a tutorial on the first trick I ever learned for cards. Today we're going to do a tutorial on a trick that I first learned with the four aces. Now, if you don't know, the four aces are usually the highest cards in most games. In poker and a couple other games, they're what you're trying to achieve if you're going for the highest card. So I'm going to be using the four aces. They're also cool looking. A lot of decks have a lot of different designs to four aces, but we're using just the Rider back bicycles today. You can buy these anywhere, usually for about $3, maybe less, any store pretty much. So you're going to go ahead and buy one of these. I'm going to show you how the trick looks first, and now I'm going to give you how to do it. So we're going to start off by taking the cards and shuffling them. Now I'm going to show you how I would perform it, and then when I explain how to do it, I will give you some options of how you can do it. Because there are subtle nuances that you can use to make it different for yourself. So you just shuffle the deck, and then I'm going to give the deck to the spectator, but surprise, surprise, I'm not that good, so I can't just make like somebody appear right here. That'd be really cool though. So I'm going to just do this myself as if I was a spectator. So you're going to give the deck to the spectator, and you're going to have them split into 4 different piles. They do not have to be even. This is something I want you to stress now, regardless of, even if I'm not teaching it. I will always say, make 4 piles, they do not have to be even, because people will sit there for hours trying to make 4 piles of 13. It's not going to happen. You want the trick to go somewhat fast. So, alright, so this is 1 pile, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Perfect. Alright, doesn't matter how many cards are each pile. Then you're going to let them know, go ahead and, well, let me mix up these piles first. Cool. Alright, so you can go like that. And then you're going to say, go ahead and select one of these first 3 piles. They're going to go ahead and select the first one, let's just say. So then you say, alright, I want you to follow the instructions very carefully. Make sure when you're doing this that you have somebody that is actually good at following instructions. Some people will not be very good at that. Actually, most people won't. So you're going to have them take the first 3 cards off the top. If you need to, just say don't look at them, and put them to the bottom. And then deal 1 card to each pile, just like that. If you want to do the first one, that is an option to help them out. Then you're gonna let them know, pick either of these 2 piles. So let's say they picked this one actually. So they're gonna go 1, 2, 3, doing the same exact actions. 1, 2, 3. And now we're on the 3rd pile, and you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's all in steps of 3. It's not that tough. I mean, most people should be able to figure this out. And then from here, you're just gonna go 1, 2, 3. Take these 3 cards, put at the bottom, and 1, 2, 3, and put the last pile down. Now, you're going to now I usually go with a little pattern. You can come up with your own. Doesn't really matter what. But like I said, all magicians have these cards that they want, and one of our favorite cards is the 4 aces. So wouldn't it be cool if not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 aces are right here on top of all 4 piles that you shuffled in random order? So that's the trick, and here's the tutorial. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Alright, so you're going to need a deck of cards, and you're going to need to get out the 4 aces. So if you don't have that, I'm gonna give you about like maybe 20 seconds at most just to grab your deck of cards and find the four aces in there. So you want to get these four aces, and when you get them or when you find them, you can either just take them straight out or you just move them to the top. Whatever needs to happen, you just need to have the top four cards be the four aces. Doesn't matter the order of the aces, but you just need to be having these top four cards as the aces. Alright. What I did next is something that I usually don't go too much into in my videos, and I will go a little bit more into a little bit trickier things today. So I did what's called false shuffle. I know, this is mind blowing. I don't actually shuffle the cards at all. So basically, what you're doing the whole time, and there's probably thousands of ways to do this, but basically you're keeping them in the same order the whole time that you're shuffling the cards. Now the spectator doesn't notice this because they don't know. First of all, they don't know the four aces are on top. Don't show them that. And second of all, it's pretty easy to fool a spectator that this is a shuffle. So you're going to do what's called overhand false shuffle in this case. I'll show you one other option after this. But you're going to take this, you're going to peel off of your thumb 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now if you watch back in the video, what I kept doing is I kept going. I did this because I wanted to be deceptive in that it wasn't just the first four cards I was worried about. But you can keep going for the whole deck this way and it won't do anything. And now the four aces are on the bottom of the deck. Now I did say you want them on the top. Well, if you do the same thing again, going from the bottom, be careful when you're doing this way to have the card turn towards you so they can't see the aces. But you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you can keep going like I said before if you want to be more deceptive. And you're just going to keep filing down cards, and then you can start laying off in bigger chunks. Now, once again, the top four cards are your four aces. All I did was move from top to bottom and bottom to top. If you don't want to do that, another option, if you know how to do the bridge, which I'm going to show you right now what that looks like if you don't know the name of it. It's this one. A lot of people actually do know it fairly well. This is a fine option. You can actually let me see if I did this correctly. Yeah, see, so the top four are there. I wasn't sure if I had done that perfectly. But basically what you want to do is you want to take this. Now you need to keep track of which every pile is on top. So if you're using your right hand to come over and get the bridge position, then you know that the right pile, or it's my left, your right, whatever that is confusing. The right pile over here, this pile, is the one with the aces in it. So when you go to deal, or when you go to actually let the cards go, you just want to make sure the last four cards are the aces on top there, so you're not changing anything. Right there. That's a little bit trickier sometimes for some people because you have to make sure to remember which pile is right, and also you have to make sure to not let any cards slide in between those final four cards. Now, you can just let it go like that. It doesn't have to be the last four cards. You can really, as long as you have these four cards undisturbed, then you're fine. So once you get like there, you just shuffle it just to convince them that the cards are mixed up. And you can even show the cards a little bit, like this. I didn't do this in the video or in the performance, but you can definitely do that. You can just show like that and just hide the aces and not really show that there's four aces in the top. Anyway, there's many convincers that you can do. That's another magic term that a lot of magicians use. You're basically a convincer. It's what it sounds like. You're convincing the spectator that this is something that is true. So you're to take the next step is to give them the cards. Now you want to be very careful how you say this. You want to just say make 4 random piles, and then you can let them know that they don't have to be even. Because like I was saying when I was doing the performance, I'm not kidding you. I have people with OCD that will sit there and try to get to 13 cards the whole time, and it's just going to take forever. And it could screw up your trick too. So you just want them to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. Doesn't matter the size of the piles. I promise you, doesn't matter what the size of the pile is. And then what I did, this is where there's a subtle nuance that you can do. What I did was I said that you could pick any of these 3. I also mixed up the cards. You can mix up these first 3 piles all you want. Just keep in mind the aces are going to be the farthest pile to your right. depending on how the spectator does things, just keep an eye on which pile has the aces in it. So right now the ace is over here. You don't want to move that one because it has to be the last one you use. But you can move these three freely, and it makes it look a little bit more random. So you're going to go ahead and have the spectator pick any of these three if you're doing the way I perform it. If you want to do it just the easy way, you can go 1, 2, 3 in order, and 4. That's fine. It makes sense. I just like letting them pick one of the three because it makes it feel like they're in power the whole time. So I like to mess with the phrase that choice is illusion, making them think that they have a choice, but they really don't, because it really doesn't matter which one they pick. So let's just say they pick the first one. There's one other option I do want to say. I sometimes, depending on the person, will show them how to do this first one. And just say, take 3 off the top, put them in the bottom, and they can actually go 1, 2, 3 if they want, and actually put them in the bottom like that. It really doesn't matter. And then you're just going to say, I want you to deal 1 card to each of the piles. So 1, 2, 3. Easy enough. And then you put the pile back down. And then you could say pick one of these two. Doesn't matter again. So let's just say, like I did in the performance, that you could pick that one. Then you had them do this one if you did the first one. And you say, okay, I want you to do this one now. So you go 1, 2, 3. And most people will be a little bit nervous at this point, but just keep encouraging them, keep smiling, and they'll follow along. They know how to do this. I mean, it's just steps of 3. It's not like it's, rocket science or anything. So you're going to put this down right here. And then you're going to go to this one. Now, there could be a way that you could use this, but I'm going to just say, all right, now I want you to take this pile. Just say, now I want you to take this pile. They're not going to think it's anything funny. They don't know what you're doing, really. So you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and then put that to the bottom, and 1, 2, 3. And then, now the last pile. Keep in mind that, like I said, the last 3, so you can do the first one, but you want to make sure that the spectator does the last 3 because you want them to make it look like they're doing the magic. So you have 3 right here. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. I meant to do this, but I'm going to do it now just because I forgot to. I meant to do this with the aces face up so you guys can see what happens here. So let me go backwards, actually. 1, 2, 3. So you're here. This is what you have here. You have 3 cards at the top and you have the 4 aces. So they're gonna do the same thing to this pile as they did to the other 3. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Obviously the aces will be face down when you do this for them, but just for help, here I'm gonna show you the aces are face up right there. So all 4 aces are right there after those 3 cards are put to the bottom. And then all it is it's a self-working thing. So you're going to 1, 2, 3, and just have them put down the last card. Now this actually worked out kind of cool. The ace of spades is usually the most powerful out of the aces, and also it's the coolest looking, in my personal opinion. So you're from here, the aces would be face down. So let me go back to where they should be, like this, and you're just gonna flip them over. You can actually go below the piles like this, or you can just flip on top of the piles, or you can have them flip them. I actually like that option the best. That's my favorite option. You can flip them. You can put them below the piles. You can do anything you want here. I mean, the trick's done. This is all just what you want to do yourself. A couple tips. Like I said before, you want to make sure that you have the last pile be the one with the aces. So let's just say for some weird reason the spectator goes here, 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 and here. Then when you mix up the piles, you know that the aces are the first one in this case. So you're just going to mix up the piles, and you're going to go here, and here, and here, and here. And now the aces where you want them. Just make sure you have wherever the first one, so, because the aces are on top. So when you give the spectator the deck, keep this in mind. The very first time they go put a pile down, it's going to be wherever the aces are. And like I said, it really does not matter how many cards are in the pile. All that does not matter. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will have a couple more videos coming out later today. I'm going to probably do either 1 or 2 more videos today. So go ahead and subscribe so you get notifications for when those go out. And go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video. Have a great day. Bye.